See? That's bad. That's bad.
They're not really doing this sweatshirt.
I've won the passport.
Moving through the spheres, faster than light. On our way to some planets that were out of sight.
Ones for special occasions. Yeah.
We did space driver.
Do one too.
Give it a spin.
Yeah, I think we are selling.
And take us to some places we ain't never been.
Okay, the Converse I got because I am way too much into like emo indie style more than I'd like to admit. I got this coat at Salvation Army. It's union made, which is cool.
It's Mr. Shirt.
Yet that works, so all I can really do is just sort of cut the cake and rearrange.
It's for my hair, but I had little black hair. This one thread.
The hair.
Lovely ensemble.
And I took it to my school, which is a private high school in LA. Really nouveau riche kind of people who go there, and there are a lot of Republicans. And when I wore this, I got more shit than for any other day or article of clothing during my entire tenure, just because, I mean, they were my friends. It was just, you know, they were making fun of people, different language. It was good Americanism.
All of a sudden, fashion was my life. If I didn't have like the look, you know, I was like completely embarrassed and ashamed.
It is I, Monkey. Over you and
Fashion.
Fashion. I think I need a fashion. Fall fashion. I don't know what they would be without fashion.
Fashion is temporary.
Okay. Clothing, but it's not only clothing, it's style.
Well, I would define it as, you know, a love affair. I would define it as something that you manipulate, you feel bad about, you enjoy, you cover yourself with.
You're filming me, but I'm
and you know, it's just something you really have never know what it is.
It's so
mean, ultimately.
Fashion is the psychological armor we wear every day.
I would say fashion is anything that you put on your body in the attempt to make a statement.
Well, my fashion is about conveying to people that I hope that it conveys certain values that I have. I think that's true for a lot of people, that you're saying something about yourself, so that other people will identify you as the kind of person they might want to be friends with.
Societally, there seems to be a more set norms of what's acceptable in various groups, whether you're in, a fashion-forward group or if there's a cultural. Other than that, it depends.
Basically, you wake up in the morning and you think, what would I like the world to see about me today? And you get dressed, and fashion creates your personality, and your personality creates your fashion. So it's like two-way street. I don't really know. I guess it's all just interwoven between the mind and who you are and what you wear and how you look and how you present yourself. And everything is just interwoven in the world. So
I guess it would be your vocabulary, just like any other art form.
I would say fashion is probably where clothing stops being utilitarian and starts being more like an art form.
I guess I would define fashion as, a larger trend beyond individuals that, I don't know. It's an interesting question to me as with fashion, whether people make the trend or people conform to it. So.
I mean, I guess it's like the trends, like what is hip now, or what's considered to wear, what's in style.
Fashion for me is just like what you wear, what you like, I don't know. It's just like how you define yourself through what you wear.
Fashion can be what society deems as appropriate and cool way to dress.
I guess for me, fashion is just about considering what kind of influence you want to have on the people around you through your appearance.
It is the most subconscious and constant form of expression, and you can't avoid it. Even if you're a nudist, that's a statement.
Fashion is art for your body, but it's like eye candy that you express. It's like you can make your own flavors, you can mix and match anything, but once you create something that you really like and that you feel like comes from your heart and that you feel just makes you smile when you put it on, then I feel like that's fashion.
I mean, fashion isn't based on just clothing. I mean, everything can have fashion.
It's something that's hard to describe. It's something that's just understood.
It's like the clothes group people. Like, oh, she's wearing this, she must be this kind of person. And like, if you take it out in the bigger picture, like, yeah, like, with the visual sense, the way of determining sociological cliques would be fashion.
It's not really what you wear, it's how you present yourself.
But what's the purpose of something that long?
Aesthetic.
Like, just purely aesthetic?
I put together what I like. I don't care like where it's from. Jacket is actually reversible, so it's a black fleece on one side, and the other side it's this sort of tapestry thing with the neon green and all of that. So if I wear it on the other side and it opens a little bit, you see the neon green, and I think that's also a cool idea. Like the jewelry I'm wearing, I have a hemp necklace, an amethyst. Purple is my color. I'm an Aquarius, so I like to wear purple. And I made this And then I like all the colors of the rainbow, so I have this rainbow chain and a little rhinestone type. And I have my gray shirt. It has skulls and different colors. And I think it represents music, like musical taste, like rock and roll. Rock on.
I mean, if you're original, you don't really follow stuff that's in magazines, but I think for the most part, celebrities and stuff in magazines tend to set trends.
All my favorite clothes look like old people wore them, and that's why I like them. Like this sweater. It's quite warm, and somebody made it. That's what I love about it. Like somebody took the time to make that.
My friend and I took this out in London. It's very nice. It's a Levi's. I believe it's probably from the 70s. I have more plaid shirts. This is my other favorite. This was my first one, and it's very soft because I've worn it so much. These are my cowboy ones for special occasions. I have a blue one too.
You can match without having the same color. You know, you can match, like if you get pinstripes that are accented by a tie, or a paisley that has got notes that match the inside of a suit jacket, something like that. So it just depends.
Fashion is, to me, is the most important thing, especially when you dress up out here. People judge you out here. That's the reason why I dress up the way I do. I don't have nobody to impress, but I like to look nice, you know what I'm saying? Even when I'm not doing nothing important, I'm out here hanging out with my friends, I gotta look nice, you know what I'm saying? Because I work hard enough to support myself and my family, and I think that everybody should look nice, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you're a hard-working person, you know what I'm saying? You got peers that you gotta take care of. My peers always dress nice too, because I take care of them. You know what I'm saying? Money comes out of my pocket, goes in their pocket. Fashion, without fashion, I don't know what there would be without fashion. But, like I said, I like to look nice all the time. If I don't, this is probably when the time I'm inside. But
you create fashion, kind of look visually, looking and seeing what kind of works, and also kind of what's going on at the time, using political context to kind of make clothing.
So I was saying, I like reappropriation. I like how the gay rights movement took queer and reappropriated it to make it empowering, and how you take sewing and make it feministic, as opposed to how it used to be kind of oppressive with men repairing men's clothes. Sorry, women repairing men's clothes.
Sorry, I'm fast.
This is women, mostly there's men here too, which is great, it's feminist, but like repairing our own clothes instead of having to go to the store and buy new stuff. I don't know. It's really empowering. You can change it the way you want. Clothing represents you. That's
because I work 18 hours a day to elect Eliot Spitzer as New York's next governor, and if I'm wearing a shirt and someone sees me and they say, "Who is Eliot?" I can be like, "Look, this is what my life is. This is why you should devote some time, or at least vote for this guy, because he's going to fix New York State. He's going to clean up Albany, and he's going to bring jobs back to upstate, which is where I'm from." So that's why I give a damn. That's why I wear the shirt.
Fashion to me is a polo shirt.
Yeah, basically. In college, yeah. Something about presenting an image, I guess. Especially in something like this would be telling what you believe in.
I see fashion as a societal thing, something that the majority uses to conform to each other. So breaking out of fashion is my style, but that's how it goes.
I would say that the focus on fashion is a method by which people are blinded from truly looking at the world and deciding what needs change and how we can fix it.
Have you ever used clothing as a way to talk about change?
Yes.
Because I can give you a perfect example. Like, skinny jeans, the ones that went to the floor, they were like for like punk and like independent and like emo and like, you know, like indie kids that like, I don't know, like, or retro or vintage or like, but now they're mainstream and it really bugs me because like I don't like wearing things when they're like the exact thing in mainstream, and like now my skinny jeans are all of a sudden in fashion and I'm pretty pissed about it because they're really hot, but I can't wear them because I don't want to be perceived a certain way.
Right. Well, I mean, because the way I wear clothes has changed a lot. It's sort of gone more masculine. I mean, I still wear lots of like long skirts, but not necessarily on a regular day-to-day basis. Like I contra dance, and everyone wears skirts when they contra dance, including boys. And I wear skirts there, and I do wear skirts on a regular basis sometimes. But I found that like as I dress up, I tend to wear collared shirts and like khakis, and I got a nice pair of back pants now that I'm going to wear, and I don't. And also part of it is that like I don't know. I definitely use my clothing to try to express things about my gender, and I found, which is interesting, and it's something I'm trying not to do, but I do find that I tend to dress more masculine when I want people to take me seriously, especially because I'm a math major, so I'm in a lot of contexts where there's a lot of boys, and I don't want to be set apart by my clothing, and so. Because I'm the minority, I'm the one who has to change. And plus, it's far more acceptable for girls to wear pants than boys to wear skirts. So I can't be like, hey, you guys, can you wear skirts so we all look the same? It doesn't work.
Masculinity to me refers to classical male attributes. I think a lot of things like loyalty, generosity, things that maybe aren't initially on other people's minds. Although, there's definitely an element in my idea of masculinity of strength and protectiveness. So it depends. The way I dress, the shirts that I buy are mostly cut thinner so that it accents the shoulders more, and they usually have shorter sleeves so you can see more arm. Just sort of, it gives off that masculine look, and collars make your neck look bigger, which makes you look a little bit more like you've been working out.
Then there's this underlying class issue, right? So like this matters because if class matters. Class doesn't matter if like wealth doesn't matter.
It's not just class. It could also be like culture, right? So let's say like I am trying to get in with a certain like cultural group of people, right? So I like dress a certain way.
Well, let's say you're trying to get in with a hippie crowd,
right?
And you want to look homemade, but you don't have anything.
Yeah, and so I like put some patches on and like.
But you do that because you can't. What if you can't do that? Like, what if you don't have access to that?
Well, the way that that's forced is that it would take work to do it.
I think of fashion as, I guess, fundamentally, I think fashion is the expression of the self, and in a physical and outward way towards other people. I mean, often it's like commodified as something kind of meaningless, and like trends. That's where, I mean, trends come from the fact that people all copy each other and have this kind of uniform fashion. But I think that's kind of bullshit because basically fashion should be about how do you want to express yourself, I guess.
I think I have different sorts of fashion. I guess I'm kind of a hippie at heart, but I'm also kind of a rebel, so I like to mix the punk fashion with the hippie fashion.
These shoes are about 2 years old. So it's just I have like 30 different pairs of shoes, so it's like I always wear a different pair every day. So.
One of the things, I guess, that's whether it's with any sort of art, not to call fashion too much of an art, but it is with writing, with doing, artwork, visual art, with doing fashion, anything like that. It's important first to know the rules, and then once you know the rules really well and you've worked within the rules and practiced that, then you can start to work outside of the rules.
I got this at $1 a pound place, and it's totally messed up and it keeps falling apart, and it's just
It used to be like a real shirt, but now it's like totally messed and like, I'll show you. All it's hanging on by is this one thread. This one thread right here is what's holding it, and then like some ribbon.
The hair, I've been growing out for a while, maybe 6 months or so. My sister just trimmed the lines in it last night.
I have my nose pierced on my left side, and my left side is my intuitive side. That's everybody, I think. And your right side is the more masculine side.
Yeah, that's because jeans end up like this, with rips and tears, and these jeans are very expensive. I can't afford to be paying $50, $60 a pair of jeans. Not everybody wears them like this, just some people. People that care about their clothing should wear their jeans like this, but most everybody else just lets their pants drag.
Okay, well, my tattoo I got last year, I think in, oh gosh, when did I get it? Like April or May, at the end of the school year. And it's from the book, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which is a sci-fi book with a very humorous slant. And it's about 42 is supposed to be the ultimate answer to the life, the universe, and everything. And there's this whole backstory to it, but I just like the idea that you have the answer to everything on my foot.
And of course, tuck in the front, and then at the sides, tuck out, and then in the back like that, of course.
Yo, that's why there's this constant, like, it's like an arms race, right? So let's say that the signal is, I want to dress in a way that makes me appear to be very wealthy.
Right.
Because that's gonna, it would be like increasing my fitness, or we won't talk about that because we're just talking about fashion. But like, that's the signal I'm trying to send out. And so people are trying to assess whether or not that's an honest signal. So if at some point it becomes very easy to fake that signal. So in other words, let's say all these companies come out and they make all these cheap garments that are inexpensive but look like expensive garments. That means that the assessors then have to increase their ability to detect those fake signals, right? Which means that then the signalers then have to increase their ability to fake the signal.
Mostly Ralph Lauren polos. One Zara polo, a Brooks Brothers polo, but mostly Ralph Lauren polos.
The sticker.
They come with that?
It comes when you buy the hat. I just never take them off. It's just, that's also part of fashion. Now everybody nowadays don't take the stickers off their hats.
No, I'm wearing bad clothes for today. I'm wearing Fendi sandals, American Eagle, sweatpants, a juicy shirt, and a juicy jacket.
Manipulation. It's scary. People who dress to manipulate other people. I think I'm beautiful.
No, but I think that dress to manipulate other people, like manipulate how they think of you.
I guess.
That's like
sure,
a pretty
people
clear
are,
goal of
yeah.
fashion.
I mean, I guess it's sort of unavoidable to manipulate how people think about you. Nobody's ever going to think about you how you really are, because you can't really portray yourself that way.
Yeah, but manipulating people would suggest that you are a certain way. You know yourself to be a certain way, and you're trying to make them think you're something else.
Right.
I mean, I guess if you didn't care about trees at all, that shirt would maybe be an attempt to manipulate, but I don't think that's usually how you use fashion. You know?
So this is my neighborhood where I'm originally from, and it's Bensonhurst, USA. It's a neighborhood in Brooklyn, and I got it because it's like where I'm from is such a big part of who I am, and I think that some people like sometimes like miss it or don't realize like that's such a big part. Like I feel like my personality was in part defined by that, so I like to wear it on my sweatshirt and across my chest and blazoned.
There's issues of this in like the skater punk world, right? Like that whole issue of poser is like if you act like a skater or you buy skater clothes and you're not a skater.
You don't know how to skateboard.
And you don't know how to skateboard. Like then you're ostracized or criticized. And that's like a close group, like of that's like a culture, that's a counterculture that says like you have to have this skill or dedication to this?
Oh yeah, because it's like the signal that you're sending is that I'm a high quality this or that. Or like in rock climbing, right? Like you wear all this expensive stuff and like the signal that you're apparently sending is like that I'm a really good climber. But maybe you're not. And so then that's like a dishonest signal.
I made these last night. I was having a sort of creative buzz, and so I took a pair of my sister's old jeans and I cut up some socks and some tights, and some fabric paint, some acrylic paint. Just glued them on.
My favorite beads of all are over here. The qualifications are small, shiny, and patterned. See? These are my star beads. Like that. And like that. And like that. It's almost like fabric designs, like for a quilt, but it's on a bead. So you put them on. This one's one of my favorites.
This is a project I never finished, but I like to sew a lot. And this was going to be a cowboy dress. And I'm really into roosters and chickens right now, so I embroidered this on there. But maybe someday I'll finish it. I have a lot of unfinished projects.
Well, these were her little sister's jeans, and they're like literally this big. So I added pieces from pants I used to have that turn around dyed, and then she added these on there. And I need to resew this because this dyed, but oh well.
3 different species of oak leaves.
But I mean, what can you expect when you have Kirby give you a tattoo?
It's the garbage liberation front, dumpster divers.